Namaste, yogis. Welcome. Melissa here from Mystical Stone. Thank you for joining me. We're going to start by laying down on our Shavasana. Keep all of your props handy, and we first are going to take the bolster and place it under the ankles, and then find your way onto your back. Then you may have a blanket or a block under your head. Take your time so that you are really comfortable, so feel free to readjust your bolster. Make sure that your hips are even. Relax your shoulders, maybe move your upper body, move your head side to side so that you can find that perfect spot at the back of the head that will support your neck aligned with the rest of the spine. Relax your arms, relax your hands, and begin scanning your body from bottom to top. Relax your toes and foot soles. Relax the top of your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your lower legs, your knees. Relax your thighs and glutes. Relax your hips and shoulders. And feel your belly rising and falling with every breath. Feel the weight of your arms, the relaxation of your hands and fingers. Relax your neck, your jaw, and keep your face relaxed. Let your eyes sink into their sockets. And then begin breathing a little bit deeper each time, allowing your belly to rise as you breathe in and fall as you breathe out. You may even repeat in your mind, rising as you inhale and falling as you exhale. Today's practice is all about honoring the power of gentleness. Very often when we are still, the mind gets agitated because it only finds value when we feel productive. However, even though you're not moving, there is much going on. Remember that all of these asanas are designed to open the channels of prana, your nadis. And it is when we breathe with awareness that a lot of activity can truly happen within us at a very deep and energetic level. So allow your body to move at the rhythm of your breath. And when your mind wanders, just acknowledge that, and whenever possible, bring it back to your breath, rising and falling, rising and falling. Observe your breath. On your next inhalation, wiggle your toes and move your feet side to side. Wiggle your fingers, extend your arms overhead, and stretch your whole body from toes to fists. Prune face, squeeze your bum, lift your hips. Exhale, release. And observe your breath for a few moments. And when you are ready, gonna start bringing the bolster closer to you. Use your feet for that. Just close enough so that you can keep your knees bent. Adjust your hips, release your lower back onto the floor, walk your feet to the outer edges of the bolster, and then swing your knees side to side, relaxing your arms by your sides. And we're gonna do this for a few more rounds. One more round on each side. When you are ready, you're gonna bring your knees back to center and then walk your left foot towards the right. Then allow your pelvis and legs to rotate towards the left. Stack your knees And maybe bring your gaze towards the right if your neck is happy with that. Also, you can have a block or a blanket in between your knees if you want some support. Bring your arms by your sides, relax, and watch your breath. Don't let your mind wander. On your next breath, wiggle your toes and fingers. Bring your gaze towards the sky. Very slowly and very mindfully start awakening your body. Take your block out of the way. Bring your knees up. And we're going to adjust the feet towards the left. Turn your hips towards the left and then rotate them towards the right. Once again, you can have a prop in between your knees. And when you are ready, bring your arms at a T position, palms up. Depending on your neck, you may look away from the knees. Breathe deeply. And when you are ready, wiggle your toes and fingers. Move your knees and your nose back to center. Take your block out of the way. Walk your feet together, balance your hips, and swing your knees side to side for a few rounds. Observe. And when you are ready, gonna bring your knees up, walk your feet to the right side of the bolster, and lay over onto your fetal position on the right side. Breathe and observe your body, your breath. Let us take one more breath here. And when you are ready, bring your top hand in front of your chest as you inhale. And as you exhale, slowly push yourself up onto your seated position. Then mindfully pass the bolster to the front of your mat. From here, you're going to take a blanket or a block or both and place it under your right knee as you keep it bent for our Tibetan non-seated twist. Then place your bolster as close to your thigh and your hip as it works for you. Lay over it, make sure your rib cage is not pressing against the bolster. You can have a blanket or a block under your forehead. Stack your hands under the forehead or maybe your fists and breathe. And on your next breath, bring your hands under the shoulders and push yourself up as you exhale. Now from here, you're gonna fold your blanket or get one. Rotate your torso sideways so that we lay over the bolster. Rest your shoulder on the floor and have your block or bolster or pillow or blanket or both under your head. Take your time to adjust on this position. Make sure that it feels right. Relax your arms in front of your chest and breathe. This might be already a strong stretch for your hip. If you want a little more, you can extend your top arm overhead to get a deeper extension through the top side. If that doesn't suit your shoulder, you can rest your hand behind your back, palm facing away from the body, or simply rest your hand in front of your chest, palms together. So whatever works better for your shoulder. You do want to make sure that your knee is not torquing, notice your hip, and that you are breathing with ease. If your breath becomes choppy, you have done too much. Remember, restorative yoga is not about deep sensation. We are mainly opening the channels of prana. So even if you're not feeling much in your stretch, there is a lot going on. Focus on your breath and don't let your mind go away. When you are ready, bring your arm in front of your chest and rest your hands together. Do it mindfully. And then relax here and breathe. And on our next inhalation, we're going to place a hand on the floor and exhale slowly, push yourself up. And here, very mindfully, we're going to start shifting onto the other side. Move your props to the other side and mindfully turn your body. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna first are going to go onto our Tibetan non-twist or seated twist. The top knee is bent and slightly behind to get a hip flexor stretch, but we are patting the knee, whether it is a pillow, a bolster, a block, and a blanket, and you can have as much support under that leg as you need. Then bring the bolster close to you, rotate your torso, and release your forehead down. You can have a blanket under your arms. Feel free to adjust until you find that place that works for you. Make sure that this rotation is not torquing anything, and then you are still able to breathe with ease. If not, please adjust because that means you are overdoing it. Once you find that position that works for you, relax and breathe. When you are ready, you can slowly and mindfully help yourself up onto your upright position and shift your blocks, your props, so that you can turn onto your side stretch. Remember that each side will feel different, so make sure to have extra props if needed. You want to have a pillow or a blanket under the head. Release your shoulder on the floor and then find your arm position. So whether you're reaching overhead or bringing the hand on the lower back with the palm facing away from the body for your angel wing stretch. Make sure your shoulder is happy with that. And if none of these two options are okay for you today, rest your hands together in front of the chest. The point is to be able to relax deeply so that we can tone the nervous system and really create change. Rising, falling, rising, and falling. At your own time and very slowly and mindfully bring your arm in front of your chest. We're going to take a few moments here. And on your next inhalation, place your hand in front of your chest. And as you exhale, help yourself up. Now, once you're on your upright position, don't rush. Move your bolster towards your feet, right towards the bottom of the mat. And put your props aside. Keep a blanket handy. And we're going to find our way onto our tummies. Make sure that your feet are resting on your bolster to avoid any crampings. Then, whether it is a blanket or a block, we're gonna create some support for under the forehead. Not too high because we don't want any strain on the neck. Just high enough that we can create space between the nose and the floor, we can breathe. Then bring your hands by your hips, palms facing up, and let your shoulders round forward and down towards the floor. It will take some trial and error to get the blanket in the right place so that you can still have that elevation of your head and you can breathe, but not so high that your neck is tense. It's important that you take your time to find a comfortable position. If none of these options work for you, you can bring your hands then under the forehead instead. Breathe deeply. We're gonna go on to Ardha Makarasana or half crocodile. So when you're ready, bring that right knee out to the right and maybe your gaze goes to the right. You can hug your blanket or your pillow if you have one. You could also bring your left arm by your hip, palm facing up, depending what works for your shoulders. And once you find that comfortable position, let your body be heavy, relax, and watch your breath. Slowly and mindfully return to center, forehead down, extend your leg, and we're going to take our time to do the same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, you may bring that right hand by your hip, palm up, gaze to the left, and allow your left knee to go out to the side. Once you find your position, you're going to let your body be heavy, let your hips ground, and then return to your breath. Return to center when you are ready, and both arms might be by your hips, palms facing up so you can adjust your blanket again. Once more, if that is a no-no for your neck, hands under the forehead is fine. Then you may bend your knees and windshield wipe your feet, so move them side to side. And then bring your feet back to center. If you suffer from SI joint pain, the next stretch will help you with that release. Relax your hips, your pubic bone on the floor. And when you're ready, allow your feet to move out to the sides and keep your knees together. So you're going to widen your feet when you're ready, like if you were drawing the letter V from the knees to the ankles. And once you find that rotation of the hips that works for you, you're going to stay here and breathe. Now, after internally rotating the hips, we're going to bring the feet together and walk the knees apart for external rotation of the hips. Bring your foot soles touching for butterfly, and then maybe release your feet down towards the bolster. You may not touch the bolster, it's not a must, so please don't worry about it. Just make sure that your knees and your hips are okay. And then when you are ready, you're gonna lift your upper body. So bring your hands under the shoulders, walk your elbows right below the shoulders, hug them so that you know they're not wider, and then release your forearms on the floor. And start massaging your neck, moving your head side to side, maybe like saying no or yes, or any movement that suits your neck. Don't overdo it as always. Do go into the edges of the neck that feels right for you to stretch. If you find any spot of tension, you can stay there for a little longer. And then at your own time, and when you are ready, return to center and bring your gaze either forward or slightly up. It will all depend on your neck. You can get a massage from here if you like, or you can stay still and breathe. If at any point you need to come out of this pose, please do so mindfully. You can rest your forehead back to the floor or on your hands and then relax. Otherwise, we'll stay here and we breathe deeply. On your next exhalation, slowly tuck your chin onto your chest. And then here you may move your chin across the collarbone side to side to stretch the sides of the neck. Move slowly, move mindfully, and when you're ready, return to center and move your hands on top of each other at the center of the mat. And then let your elbows move out to the sides, resting your forehead down on your hands. Move your feet up and maybe move your feet side to side as you bring your knees closer together. Massaging the front of your hips, your back. And when you are ready, return to center and then release your feet on the bolster. And when you are ready, you're gonna find your way onto your back. Don't rush, just when you get onto your back, have your bolster under the knees. You can also cover yourself with a blanket. We're gonna find our way onto our resting butterfly position. And once you get there, get comfortable. You may have a blanket or block under your head. Then reach your arms towards the sky for Japanese meditation. Stack your elbows and wrists over the shoulders and then relax your arms so that gravity is what's keeping them upright. Watch your breath. Don't let your mind go away. Observe. Very slowly on your next exhalation, move your arms down onto the floor. And then once your arms reach the ground, bring your knees up and extend your legs for your Shavasana. Observe your body sensations as the blood rushes down to your hands. Don't let your mind wander. Just really watch the body sensations and the breath. On your next inhalation, wiggle your toes and fingers. Move your feet side to side. Extend your arms overhead. Extend your legs. Squeeze your bum. Maybe lift it. And exhale, release. We'll do it again. Extend your legs and stretch from toes to fist. Maybe lift the hips. Squeeze every corner of your body. Prune face and release. Maybe one more. Tense as much as you can. Tight fist, prune face, and then relax. Move on to your favorite side when you're ready. We'll take a few moments here, checking in with the body, with the mind, checking with the breath. And when you are ready, you're going to use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation, coming up onto your seated position. Roll your shoulders, stretch your neck, and sit up tall. Bring your hands together at the center of the heart in Namaste position. We're going to seal our practice with our metta mantra. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live in peace. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live in peace. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be safe. May all live in peace. One breath together. Inhale through your nostrils. And through your nostrils, exhale. Inhale to Om. Om. Observe. Tuck your chin, blink your eyes open, gaze forward. Shower yourself with your own good vibes. Just sparkle all that prana around you and then shake off all stresses and heaviness that you don't need anymore. Thank you so much, yogis. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.